When it comes to art, sometimes it's the art that's more famous than the artist. And sometimes it's the artist that's more famous than the art itself. And the allure of who the artist may be and what they may be hiding is enough to raise the price of the art they do based on mystique alone. Enter the mysterious artist known as Banksy. He's someone who's been making art all over, and yet no one knows who he is. He moves through the shadows and leaves his art for all to see. But how much do we really know about him? Allow us to show you 5 secrets you didn't know about Banksy. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 5. He came out of nowhere and went everywhere. One of the most intriguing things about Banksy is the fact that he is well and truly came out of nowhere and started marking up Bristol, UK in a way that left many people curious as to what his goals and intentions are. His pieces were detailed, unique, and yet very curious and mysterious. And when that wasn't enough for him, he went and started traveling through the whole world in order to go and leave his paintings. This, of course, has left many wondering, who is he? 4. A Tale of Two Robins. There are naturally a lot of theories as to who he might be, and 2 names that have been associated with him is a person named Robin. 2 Robins, in fact. A young boy in a train once helped someone after their bag opened and cans of paint fell out. The man introduced himself as Robin Banks and gave him a print that was signed by Banksy and stated that it was worth $24,000. A nice gift to give a young lad, right? However, authorities using geographical profiling believe that an artist named Reuben Gunningham is the man behind the Banksy moniker. Of course, despite saying that they know this, they haven't made any clear arrests of Banksy, and he is still at large and is mysterious today. 3. His views on art. As many have noted, Banksy could be incredibly rich right now if he opened up about who he is and decided to auction off works from his library. The ones that aren't on the streets, of course. The problem though is that Banksy isn't very anti-commercial, and as a result of that, he actually doesn't like his work to be sold. Of course, the irony is that people love his art and are willing to spend top dollar in order to get it. With one of them called Devolved Parliament, selling for £9.9 million. 2. Speaking out through. A not so subtle piece of what makes Banksy who he is has to be how he talks through his art. For example, the piece Show Me the Monet is a parody of a famous art piece that in the original form showed water lilies in nature. However, in the Banksy piece, the land is ruined by waste and garbage from humanity. After it sold for £7 million+, he noted that the point of the picture was to say that it's not graffiti artists or drunk drivers who are destroying the world, but big businesses who destroy nature to make money. You know, like the money they use to buy his paintings. 1. The museum stunt. One of the most memorable things that Banksy ever did was that he went and rented out a museum in Bristol for a single £1. The reason for this was simple. He revamped the whole thing and mixed his own art with the famous art that the museum had within its halls. This included full-scale renovating the entrance to allow a giant ice cream truck that Banksy had modified in order to look like it was burnt. Had a melted ice cream cone on top and the music that was played in a warped tone. Why would he do that? To help raise money for Britain, and indeed he went and raised tens of £millions during the exhibit for his native home, showing that while we may not know a lot about the mystery man, we do know he wants to help his people in the right way. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the artist Banksy and some of the few things that we honestly know about him? Can you believe that he's been operating for years and yet we still don't know who he is and why he does what he does? What's your favorite piece of his? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time on the channel.